Now we done on part 1. Let's start part 2. This one might kind of crazy or not depends on your perspective because the previous video we are talking about some odd job seeking game and vacation theme. Now surely people enjoy this too because it connect between mundane daily life and everyday action either in deadline or killing time. But in here kind of different. To start with, would you like to see your heart and stuff getting dirt and unclean? You know bacteria and stuff that if you don't be careful you might get contracted by these little germs. Then you need a competent cleaner for the job. How about Clorox? Surely I know this product but rarely see them. Why? Because they made effort game to promote how Clorox is good and not just for specific stuff. Clorox Disinfector Protector. Pretty cool title but alas not the game itself. Now, you might think the game kind of that girl's game that make John gone crazy. No! Too far away, but close enough. The game is Air Guitar Tutor, except they turn down the difficulty for comfort experience, I guess. If you don't know that game, basically draw a line to make a picture that being shown on screen. Pretty simple game but totally lack of content. But hey, it's a simple game. What do you expect? So what do you do here is just make a line as precise as possible. But before that, here is an ad for you.
Monday, feeling lazy. Tuesday, feeling new. Wednesday, feeling easy. Life's sweet when I can touch you. Thursday, I'm feeling merry. Can't help smiling.
We touch a lot of things throughout the day, so it's nice that Clorox disinfecting products help kill the germs that can live on surfaces for up to 48 hours.
After that, the game begins and you just need to draw a line to make picture that's shown on the screen by holding left click and move your mouse. And there you go. Draw that line before the screen changes its object or that meter on the upper left screen goes up. If it's full meter, you lose and you need to start all over again. Cool. Other than that, just draw a line to clean various objects and stuff such as toilet, phone, usual stuff, right? But also with different product too. If you pay attention to upper right as the cloud change Clorox product along a different object. Okay? Just that. Beat 5 levels with different difficulty picture to draw and faster speed. And there you go. You managed to clean the germs of all of the items. Neat. Next is different because from disinfection product to smartphone service, or to be precise, SIM card. But let us think what game developer gonna do to create a game based on SIM card internet provider. Maybe game that's similar to Hello, game from Gamehouse, you know, linking one phone to another. Now that is good source material for SIM card game, right? But no, the game has nothing to do with any of that because that game involving Zorb or Zorbing. What is Zorbing, you ask? According to various sources, Zorbing or globe riding is the recreation or sport of rolling downhill inside an orb, typically made of transparent plastic. Other sources say Zorb balls are essentially large inflatable balls you can get in. They allow you to roll around as if you were in your own padded hamster ball. Invented by David Akers, Andrew Akers, and Dwayne Van der Lewis in New Zealand. Now we know what Zorb is, but why this sport has anything to do with SIM card anyway? Well, I tell you.
Imagination.
Got it? Good, because the whole game just zorbing around to get high score as much as you can before you run out of health. But also there is more to it. In the instruction section, throughout the area you will encounter various things, such as power-ups, good or bad, it's up to you. Object to increase your score and some obstacles, including animals. Well, at least they are not harmed in dangerous way. This is just game, got it? Okay, 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 got it? So in this game, you move with arrow keys not just left or right but also up and down to collect power-ups and bonus items while avoiding various obstacles. Or there is a ramp that makes you jump higher and avoiding many obstacles. But if you hit any obstacles, you lose 1 health per hit. Also, when getting hit, your speed instantly drop while hearing sound that matches what you hit. Cool.
That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense!
But don't worry, you can restore your health by grabbing 3 icons, even though only 1 point. And also worth it to get bonus item to increase score if you are score maniac. But be mindful of these fast and slow power-ups. Sometimes they do no good on specific cases, but it's up to you. So in the end, get as much score as you can by survive longer while the screen moving so fast. And sometimes, you need fast decision making to evade obstacles, or you panicking just like me. And that's it. My only complaint about this game is hidden in plain sight. If you don't know yet, look at it right now. You see it, right? If you don't know, it's right in front of you. Yes, the screen is small. Just look at it. It's like 35% of the screen just green grass and blue sky. Should be full screen with just only the game itself. That's just bad design right there. Because the game gradually becomes fast and the range of visibility is limited to small screen. So you will hit objects more often than grabbing extra health. That's just nonsense. What a game, isn't? But let's just go to the next games. This one is pretty interesting but sadly doesn't work anymore. That I believe it's based on real-time event, so I basically missed it. It was based on event created by 1E Energy Awareness Campaign to remind people about energy bill and saving, mainly targeted for big company and office building who consume too much energy with many people using many stuff that depends on electricity. As you can see the example at the image here, high, tall office building to be precise as the main source material for Author 2, because I say games. Remember? Because there are 3 as the previous one is unavailable. And that is Turn It All Off, Night Watchman, and Energy Meter. Thus, finally, this game based on source material that they promoted to remind people not to use too much electricity. But let's start with Energy Meter first and Night Watchman for the best part. In Energy Meter, you can calculate how many money, carbon dioxide or CO2, and electricity energy that has been consumed based on how many workers that working using electricity plus which money you use, US dollar or UK pounds, or in this case, cents and pence. What is pence? It's just decimal for UK money system in the form of coin, just like cents in US. And then you can configure but only the number of worker and money form, dollar or pounds. Then you see the calculation and it depends on how small and big the number of worker. Such as X worker using pounds equal how many small family cars and SUV. But also you can see how many money, CO2 and energy wasted by those number. Just that. Now we come to Night Watchman, and boy, let me tell you, this one kind of bizarre for such a simple game. For starter, we are greeted by this Mustachio guy who is kind of one mascot, I guess, who has super villain nemesis called Energy Door. Some kind of boy who got ejected by a certain superhero. But before we start the game, we must choose our character, Anita or Ray. Yes, your usual corporate slave. Kind of a hotel, huh? But never mind. Then the game begins. There are total 3 levels, but you must fast because every level is 1 minute only. No kidding. So, play the game and get reminded by Night Watchman about energy consumption information. To play, you press arrow keys to move, although kind of confusing at first, but you get the hang of it. But you have objective here. You need to turn off every electrical appliances you see, from lamp, printer, to computer, so you can save energy, but don't let the energy saving percentage go slow, or game over. Even such level 1 is easy, watch out for traps that will waste your time. For starter, look at this normal looking cupboard. What's wrong with this object? Just see it for yourself. It grabbed you inside. God damn it! It's like a locker all over again. I mean, kind of accurate is just your coworker having sexual tension and you are happen right there. I mean, come on, having a snow on a burnout day is really both refreshing and exhausting. You know?
Get a little sugar.
Speaking burnout, with that sleeping lady over there, you cannot turn off her computer or this happen.
Boy.
So you need to turn on coffee machine to distract her. Huh, need caffeine I suppose. But be careful, on level 1, if you don't move quickly or get into left down computer, you got stuck. Oh, that's nice, a roadblock. Good. Well, we should turn off things such as the print. What? But copier? They took inspiration from that bad copier video for trap in this game? Really? I mean, yeah, what can you expect from bored or burnout coworker? Either they make self-entertainment, or you ended up as Japanese salaryman. But all of that contain information that Watchman will say every single time you cook in a trap. But what he don't tell us that sometimes Energy Dork just came out of nowhere. I mean, he is your nemesis. At least give us some warning, will ya? Why? Because whenever he appear in the room only when you are in there, he always walking around the area turning on every object you turn off. What a jerk! Although you can just block his walking path, still, you need to turn off back that object he turned it on. So kind of hassle and a bit of dork. Other than that, you turn off all object once again, gain higher saving energy percentage, and got promotion. Basically proceed to the next level. Just that. Kinda cool, you know, being taught about good actions such as saving energy consumption by doing exactly what it should do in real life. Good job. By the way, why Acme has anything to do with this? Did Warner Bros. Involved or not? Alright, next is two games from Virgin Mobile. What is Virgin Mobile? According to Wikipedia, Virgin Mobile is a wireless communication brand used by 7 independent brand licenses worldwide. Kind of the SIM card, just another mobile phone service. That sadly merged into O2 in January 2023. So any Virgin Mobile service are totally unavailable, but not their games. The first one is kind of gross but kind of symbolic. Virgin Mobile Bird 2. Yeah, it's a turd, but that's the main weapon you have. Because in this game, you need to drop a turd into a paper which contains several information, such as bills, fees, and voicemail charges. What's that supposed to mean? I guess the idea is that you need to use mobile phone now, whether using paper to deliver message. Also, there are voicemail charges. I suppose the message is, screw all telephone, we got handphone baby. And now to embrace the future of phone service to more advanced and digital. Sounds cool, but we got sidetracked here. Let's start the game, shall we? To move, you need to use arrow keys. Again, left and right to move horizontally, and up and down to move vertically to its far point of view area which make your character, a seagull, look smaller. Now that's a detail right there, but there is a problem here. To drop dirt, press space onto paper based on your shadow. That's right. Pay attention to your shadow because that is your crosshair to hit those paper. But sometimes to hit them, you should not hit it in your crosshair, rather more upper side than their hitbox. Because sometimes in cases of far point of view paper, you need to align your shadow and timing correctly to drop dirt. But sometimes doesn't work because you hit it on center of that paper, not into the hitbox. Kind of annoying because some paper are slow and fast, thus vary the score they carry. The faster they are, the more score you can get, and of course, more difficult to hit it with your timing. Other than that, just simple casual game with time limit and get score as much as you can. And the second game is Match Picture Game, Virgin Mobile Match Game. Just simple match picture with various handphones that I believe Virgin Mobile product all along. I honestly don't know. Confirm me if I'm wrong. After that, you match every single picture and you get random picture of people with different pose and race. Casual and simple. Last one please. Vodafone's Mess Sell Cricket Challenge. Simple game with Wiki surprise in it. But what is Vodafone? According to Wikipedia, Vodafone Group Public Limited Company is a British multinational telecommunication company, the same as Three and Virgin Mobile, SIM card and internet providing service. And let me tell you, I had slight problem with this game using Flash Player, such as cannot enter game screen without doing specific trick in it because every time you want to play, you need to trigger next screen and do a tricky step. And only that, I can play this game which have two modes, classic mode and arcade mode. But let's talk about the game first, then these two modes. At start, you are playing as Michael John Clark, an Australian cricketer, and he was captain of his team. But you need to swing your bat when the ball randomly appears with either slow or fast speed. To do this, you move your mouse but when the ball appears and you hit it. My best strategies when come to this, just put my bat on downside and swing it. Just like that. Rinse and repeat. In classic mode, if you miss one ball, you hear me? One ball, game over. But in arcade mode, you have 6 balls to hit to get high score as much as you can. Even you miss a ball, the game still continue. However, in classic mode, the game is infinite. The only way that stop you is if you miss the ball or don't enter the multiplayer area, or your ball hit this plastic catcher, either on body or head. But sometimes if the ball is slow, it doesn't register as fail. But also be cautious of obstacle in the air, and that is this stupid seagull. If you hit them, they fall down, but also decrease your ball speed and thus fall quickly to the ground, making you get less score multiplier as you can see throughout the game. Speaking multiplier, in classic mode, there is only one score multiplier and that is through how far can you flew your ball. As you can see number in the field, that is the multiplayer. They are from 2 to 6, so hit your ball to the farthest as you can. But in arcade mode, there are 2 multiplayer both in ground and air. In air, there are this multiplier balloon you must hit to increase your score plus the ground multiplier too. And with only that, you get high score within 6 balls only. Just that. Hit the ball which is kinda frustrating sometimes with how you should hit it, low or high. Get score and avoid this plastic catcher and you're good to go. And that is the game in this part. I must say some games are so casual, so simple, but some have unique aspects. Gameplay, gimmick, and way of problem solving to enjoy these games. Even though the context of these games is to promote their product, either to convince, attract, or to make a point to a potential customer. Overall, casual but cool games. And that is the end of this video. So, thank you for watching and see you on the next part. Ciao!